Welcome back to Miss B Biology. This is a revision lesson on the topic cell specialization in plants. So grab your book and grab your pen and let us begin. The lesson objective is to describe how specialized plant cells are adapted to carry out their function. We'll be looking at the root hair cell, xylem cells, and phloem cells. This is what a typical plant cell looks like, with its cell wall, cell membrane, chloroplast, vacuole, mitochondria, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Most plant cells differentiate. Differentiate means there are changes in the structure of the plant cell which allow the cell to carry out a particular job. When a cell differentiates, we say the cell has become specialized. Specialized cell number 1 is the root hair cell. Root hair cells are responsible for absorbing water and mineral ions from the soil. Let us now look at the adaptations of the root hair cell. Root hair cells have long, thin hair-like structure that increases the root's surface area. The root hair cells have many mitochondria to provide the energy needed for active transport of mineral ions into the root hair cell. Root hair cells have no chloroplast. Chloroplast contains chlorophyll, which absorbs light energy for photosynthesis. Roots are not exposed to light as they are buried in the soil, and so it doesn't make sense the roots contains chloroplast because that would be wasting of resources by that plant. Specialized cell number 2 are the xylem cells. Root hair cells are close to the xylem. The water and mineral ions absorbed by the root hair cells pass into the xylem. The function of the xylem is to transport water and mineral ions from the roots to the leaves and shoot. Xylem cells were living cells when they were first formed. As the plant develops, a chemical called lignin builds up in the cell wall, resulting in cell death. Lignin is a very important chemical. Lignin makes the cell strong to withstand the pressure of water as it travels up the xylem. Xylem cells form a hollow continuous tube. This allows water to flow freely. If you notice, the cell wall between each cell is broken down, and this is what makes the xylem continuous. The xylem also has no nucleus, no mitochondria, so there are no organelles found in the xylem, and that is what allows water to flow freely without obstruction. Specialized cell number 3 are the phloem cells. The phloem is responsible for transporting dissolved sugar around the plant. The phloem is made up of living cells. Cell wall between cells break down to form sieve plates, and this allows for dissolved sugar to move freely. Dissolved sugar moves up and down the tube. If you look right here, students, this is one sieve plate, that's another. These little yellow dots represent the gaps that are found in the cell wall, and this allows for the sugar to move up and down the tube. It is important that sugar move up and down the tube because the sugar is mainly made in the leaves of the plant, and sugar is needed in the roots. Remember, the roots do not contain chloroplast, they're not exposed to light, and so they do not photosynthesize. Sugar needs to move to the roots for respiration and also for storage as starch. This starch can also be broken down to be used by the plants and move up the plant. And that's the importance of having sugar moving up and down the phloem. Another adaptation of the phloem cells is that they lose most of their internal structures so that the sugar can move freely. When I speak about the internal structures, I'm talking about the organelles. Dissolved sugar requires energy for movement up and down the phloem. It is the companion cell that supports this action. The companion cells have many mitochondria to provide the energy needed for the transport of dissolved sugar. Remember I said to you early on that the phloem cell loses most of their organelles, including mitochondria. And so the phloem cells would not be able to support this action. And so the companion cells are very important because they are rich in mitochondria to provide the energy needed for the transport of the sugar up and down the phloem. It is quiz time. Let us check our knowledge on what we have just learned about specialized cells in plants. Name the specialized cell that transports sugar around the body of the plant. Very good. The phloem cells. Name the specialized cells that absorb water from the soil. Root hair cells. Describe how having many mitochondria allow root hair cells to carry out their function. Very good. To release the energy needed for active transport of mineral ions from the soil. Name the specialized cell that transport water from the roots to the shoots. Very good. These are xylem cells. Name the chemical found in the cell wall of xylem cells that makes them strong to withstand the pressure of the water. Lignin. Very good. Thank you so much for watching and all the best in your exams. Bye bye.